there's still a sense of rawness here 24 hours after the attacks yesterday in Brussels. So Brussels is trying to come to terms with what happened 24 hours ago, and particularly the ramifications for the Muslim community. I'm joined by Imam Asad Majib. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. Zoya Sheftalovich was caught up in what happened yesterday. Do you feel safe this morning, Zoya?
I don't feel any less safe than I did yesterday or the day before. I think there's been a sense in Brussels that something was going to happen for some months now. So it feels like in some ways it was an inevitability. So it just doesn't, I don't think it's set in yet, the fact that this has now happened in Brussels.
Do you think that people will blame the Muslim community here?
I don't know. I mean, that's really a question for further down the track. I think some people certainly are pointing the fingers in that direction. We're being careful not to report anything that isn't confirmed. It's really important to look at this from the perspective of exactly who is responsible. The individual is responsible, not a community that was responsible.
That's exactly something that you have to deal with, isn't it, as an imam? That, we've heard Donald Trump this morning. We know that some people are going to be pointing the finger at the Muslim community here. Why don't you report those people who you think might be responsible or might be planning something? What is your response to those criticisms?
Yeah, before my response, I want to condemn, firstly, on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community worldwide, that this terrorist attack have nothing to do with the faith of Islam. And what we have to do now is to be together, to be united as a whole society and to counter this terrorism, because these terrorists are not Muslim, are not Jews, are not Christian. These are terrorists, these are criminals. So we have to make sure that we don't identify them as a Muslim, because the faith of Islam has nothing to do with the criminals and terrorism. So we, as a whole society, we should be together and shouldn't be divided now.
And what do you say to those people who say, look, someone is going to be sheltering this suspect on the run, and it's incumbent on that community, your community, to go to the police? Is that too much responsibility, or is that a responsibility that you take seriously?
No, we should take this responsibility, but if we should remember, this is a small minority of between Muslims, but the police and the government should take and to catch this small minority of Muslim, the terrorists. I won't call them Muslim even, because the majority of Muslims, as I said, they are peace-loving citizens. They love the Belgium as they love their Morocco or Pakistan or India. I grew up here in Belgium, and I love more Belgium than the home country of my parents.
Zoya, you were caught up yesterday. What are your feelings now, 24 hours on, about what you saw, what people have gone through?
It's starting to sink in. I think now that we're starting to get the names of the victims, it's really taken on a different kind of air. We really are starting to understand who these people were. Yesterday, we knew that there were many dead, we knew there were many injured, but because they hadn't been identified yet, it was not quite so painful. But I think now that is really starting to sink in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's when the names and the faces start emerging that pain really sinks in, doesn't it? Both of you, thank you very much indeed. Back to you in the studio.
Susanna, thank you very much indeed.